Welcome to another tutorial on FreeCAD. Today we're going to be making a Lego plate. These are fairly easy to make, so this tutorial is going to be easy to follow. Thank you for joining me, and subscribe if you get a chance to see more. Now we want to make sure that you guys have the dimensions here on screen, so take a snapshot or on your phone. These are the dimensions we're going to be working with, and these are specifically for FreeCAD. So this should technically fit any Lego pieces. So let's get started. So as usual, open up your FreeCAD and create new parametric part. And we're going to go to the drawing tool and sketch tool. And I like to sketch on the XY plane for this. Select your rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. Let go and then type in the following dimensions: 79.8 by 47.8, and hit enter. And you should see a nice rectangle. We're going to constrain this using the constraint tool, or well, in this case it can be the symmetrical constraint tool. So simply click on the 2 points, the middle point, and then click constraint tool. Hit OK, and now you have your completed drawing. As usual, we pad our drawing, and the pad distance here should be 3.2 millimeters. Type that in, hit enter, and we have our plate. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the little tips, little knobs on top of the plate. So as you see, selected that face, select your circle drawing tool, and then draw a circle, and then type in 4.8 for the dimension. And we're going to need to put that circle at a certain space from the top and the side edge. So we're going to use our geometry helper tool here. So external geometry, click on that, click on one edge, click on the other, and then we're going to use our dimension tool. So click on the dimension tool, and then click the center of the circle and one edge, and then type in 3.9 for the dimension. Once you complete that, do the same thing with the other side. So circle and then the side edge, and then again type in 3.9. And that should give you the nice distance, equal distance from both sides. So go ahead and pad that, and you're going to see the pad is a little big, so we're going to reduce it, and that pad should be 1.6. Some places do 1.7, but I use 1.6 for mine. And as you can see, we have a nice our first peg here on the board. So one thing we need to do is, when we zoom in, we need to smooth that out a little bit. So let's use the fillet tool here, and let's put in a fillet of 0.2 millimeters. That's just going to give you just enough area so that you can easily attach other Legos to it. Now we're going to use our multi-pattern tool here, and this is going to be used for drawing across and also drawing down the line. As you can see, I had to cut out into a different camera because my computer is not working properly, but I selected that multi-tool and then right-click on the bottom there and select linear pattern. And that's going to be basically what we're going to use, linear pattern. So we're back here and we are right-clicking in that area, picking linear pattern. Once you do that, scroll down, you're going to see there's a few options here. From the top option, you can leave that, or you can pick the x-axis, which is, we're going to do our first pattern along the x-axis. Now we're going to change the next option to what we call offset. And then our offset here is going to be total of 8 millimeters. And when you click that, you'll see now you have two of them. It's easy just to add more of these by clicking up arrow, or you can add up to 10 on this particular plate. So here I am clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so we actually have our horizontal line of pegs ready to go. And there's 10 of them. So you can click OK. And we're going to right click in that same area. And we're going to add another linear pattern. And again, not visible here, but now you can see it. Now this linear pattern, if you edit that as is, as default, you see that these pegs are now being drawn off the actual figure on the side. So we need to change that. First of all, we're going to change that to a y-axis. As you can see, on the y-axis, they're drawn far way too far to be on the figure. So we need to change from distance to offset. And again, we're going to use the exact same distance as we used for the other side. So you can see that brought these pegs down closer, but they're in red. And when they're in red, that means they're not going to be part of the figure. They're just going to give you an error. So reverse here. So the easy trick here is to click the reverse button here, and that's going to reverse in the opposite direction of the axis. Now you can see we have our second row. And it's very easy to add more rows. Just click 3, 4, 5, and 6 here. I believe we're going to fit, yep, we're going to fit 6 in here. And you have your Lego plate ready. Simply hit OK. And at this point, you could be done with this entire process. So let's take a look at it. It looks good. You can send it to a printer, and you can, test it out. People make these into wall plates for the light switches, everything else. So it's a really nice, handy little 3D model that you can use for many projects. Now, we're going to expand that. There's a mirror tool here. So what I want to do is I want a mirror to make this bigger. So I click mirror. It takes a few computational seconds here. And as you can see, right now it has mirrored on itself. So we're going to change the axis here and see if that makes a difference. And changing the axis, it mirrored itself into itself. So let's change to another axis and see if that does a trick. And it has not. So the last option on that list is to select a face or select an area where you would like the FreeCAD to make an actual mirror. So click on that, select the face, and select the side face here. And as soon as you click that, as you can see now, the plate has doubled itself in size. And so now you have, instead of 10 by 6, now you have 20 by 6. Hit OK. And of course, we're tempted to do one more. So why don't we do one more? So again, go ahead and select your whole body, select the mirror function. And this time we're going to select the long edge of the Lego plate. Again, change it to define which edge. Click on that. And in just a second here, we should see a nice large plate. And as you can see, plate was created and it is perfectly symmetrical to the first plate. So we've created a small plate, we doubled in size, and we doubled that in size. Well, I hope this tutorial is helping you guys with FreeCAD. It's not a perfect Lego plate because, I mean, a lot of stuff depends on how your printer is going to print these out, at what resolution, at what size, what material. But it should work. I encourage you to print it out and then let me know in the comments if it worked. See you next time.